Okay, I have to check the setup because this is relatively new. Hello everybody, you are likely being notified of the live like literally right now.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody. This is a now annual tradition where Jay and myself and our ghost fam go live on the winter solstice to share traditions and memories and be careful touching the table.
I'm watching it.
The whole thing just shook. Do you see that?
Well, you just shook.
I did because
I
you
don't
shook
know.
the table. All right, and cool. Jay is also going to be on the live. Be careful. Oh my goodness, literally every
Boom.
time.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so he's actually going to be able to see your comments and let us know kind of like what's going on and that sort of thing as it comes. Big thank you to my mods who I currently see are having a conversation in our chat.
I love it. That's
So I hope some of them show up to this live. Yeah, I did just kind of call you out there. I'm very grateful for what you do, but I was just like, I can't answer things because I'm on this live right now.
I love it.
So everybody, happy winter solstice from our family to yours. If I sound like a young teen boy going through the change, it's because I am not a young boy going through the change, but it may sound like that because I'm getting better from a cold, and that's the good news. That's what I'm going to say, but it affects like right here, so I'm going to sound like what I sound like.
I will freely admit I gave it to her.
Yes.
It's what I had. My voice just came back, but I got the drainage.
Indeed. Though I haven't been coughing as much, so that's the good news.
That's true.
And it's not COVID. It's not COVID. Oh wait, I don't know if I can say that on here. Anyway.
Book Reader NYC is also struggling with a cold. Yeah, everybody's got it.
There's a lot of muck going around. So to get this started, I know in the live you see a variety of absolutely safe drinks. I have to say that because, like, you know, the app will be like, what is that? Well, these are not for us. These spirits are not for us. Joining us this evening is going to be, this is Molly's drink. It is a holiday wine. It's a German wine. It has a lot of like wonderful spices in it, and it's actually served heated. This is something that I started to drink while I was living in Washington, D.C. because there are just people from all over the world there, and it's just something I love. So anyway, the wine will be had. This is Molly's. This is Fanny's. This is Jimothy's bourbon. It's Kentucky bourbon. Thank you, Izzy, for bringing this to him. He still very much loves it. And then this is Conviction for my words. I know, I'm sorry.
Everybody loves your dress.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Rosie. You thick nightmare.
Anyway, wow, if you remember the summer solstice live, it was very much like this too, where we were just like, Rosie! But anyway, this is Conviction. It's a whiskey, right?
Yeah.
And actually, this was like a thing that...
Technically a bourbon.
Okay, it's a bourbon. Thank you. I don't know these things. But the money was actually gifted by one of you. You know who you are, for Rupert, for something cool that he did. So, yeah, you two went out to the ABC store and picked that out together. And you both are very good. Oh my God, Rosie!
It's okay.
You don't see it. See, it's like an aftershock.
You're a nightmare. Well, they like my sweater.
I'm glad.
Yeah. It's a Ruana.
Oh my God.
It's an Irish Ruana.
Hey, Rosie, come here.
Rosie, come here. Bring me your big dumb body. Thank you. Hi.
I love it. We're talking about this dog and none of you... Oh, there she is. You can kind of see her. So yeah, we've got the spirits for the spirits. We are going to be inviting 2 other folks in spirit to join us this evening. Mira, if she shows up. And basically what we do for these is we light candles, we make intentions, we talk about our previous year, we talk about just reviewing things that we've done in the last 6 months as well, how things have come into fruition. And the most important thing, I think, is that we all spend time together, which I think is the best thing that one can do on these long nights. So in order to start this, I'm going to light the candle, which... This is just a regular candle. It just smells good. But these candles, Lori, thank you for these. They all have different things. This is my candle for pretty much any kind of good fruition sorts of things having to do with TikTok. And then this is our prosperity candle for our home. And I see the gifts. Thank you so much. And this is the candle to Hermes. I've got Speedy the Turtle out, which you may have seen Speedy in recent videos because he's the best. So anyway, this is to, as my voice cracks, to the next year. May it be good and prosperous and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
This is to my growing platform. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me, the growth of our family. And energy sent to Hermes, sent his way for all of his good support throughout the years and then some. So we got our fire lit. We have our not fire, but kind of fire lit.
Because you can't see the other fire down here.
Yeah, we come from the school of make it work. I think a lot of people get caught up into the whole like, oh man, I have to burn this, this, and this, and we're just like, hey, fire, fire, yeah.
I was gonna say too, like everything we're doing is non-practice specific. It's just kind of general, all-encompassing. It's the rudimentary stuff you can find in any practice. Somebody called it trash magic, and I love it.
All right. I wanted to do a cheers to you because I like you.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Yeah.
Let me get my wine.
And cheers to all of you who are watching. I like you too.
Cheers.
To you and to our extended family.
Sláinte, Prost, Skál, Kampai, whatever.
All that jazz.
Cheers that you choose to do.
I love how she chooses
Missy,
to
Rosie.
now. She always does this.
Hey, what? At least she's sitting still.
We'll just get like audio of her like chewing. We all celebrate this in different ways. She celebrates it by eating cheese.
Yep.
It's a cheese stick.
Yeah.
Would recommend if you have a dog, get them a cheese stick. And we got this buddy.
Roger, just screaming.
We all want to see the cat, I bet.
Is it okay if I use like a regular candle, like I'm running low on candles? Yes. Look, if you have a green specific candle that you want to use, awesome. But if you have emergency candles in your drawer, do it. Who cares? It's the same way if you have crayons, burn a crayon. Like, who cares?
We come from the school of not gatekeeping these things.
And if anyone tells you it has to specifically be that, and it's not a closed practice, they're full of it.
Yeah. Now, there are some, like, if you are adhering to a particular religion or particular belief, or you're working with a specific deity that has specific things that you need to do for them, then yes, like,
one thing,
the thing. Though, for things like this, it's really, at least as far as we see it as intention-based.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh, some of you may be wondering, like, what this is. So, this is a jar that I made. It's probably one of the witchier things that I do, but I actually made it because he helped me. It is interesting. I made it about a month before a huge viral video went out. It's got almost 5 million views now. It's the one, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. Some of you may have found me through that video, but when he played a guy going down to the river who was a ghost. What's interesting, I tracked the days. So I made that. The next day I filmed that video.
Yes.
And then about a month later I posted it, and I thought it had gone into like post fugue for like 6 hours, and then I checked it again and it had gone viral, and I was like, yes! That was after a long time of not seeing a lot of views, so it was a really big deal for me. So if you join me from that, thank you for being here. I'd say too, just because I want to give you credit for like how you helped me with that. Is that something like if somebody were to contact you and be like, hey, I want to build this like work-in or craft-in or something like that you would work with them on?
Yeah, it's just a working. I mean, it's similar to, I still don't have a good 30-second elevator spiel. It's similar to other, like you could do spell jars or witch bottle, whatever you want to call them, shaker bottles. That one is specifically honey jar working. But it's stuff rooted in folk magic is more about the practicality of it and more about the one and done right now, rough and tumble, go hard or go home kind of practice versus anything light and airy. That's not how it works. It's it's a punch to the face instead of a light flick to the nose. So yeah, I mean, you could do that for anybody, for anything. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Cool. How do they find you? Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you on the internet?
I am Jay. I am the owner. There's no way to say it without sounding pretentious. I'm the owner, root doctor, and conjure man with Kinfolk Appalachian Curatives and Workings. You can find me on TikTok at kinfolk_ACAW, as well as your, Y-O-U-R, like yours, yourkinfolk.com.
And I follow you, so
Yay!
if you want to check that out. I only promote people who have, like, worked with me in some capacity so that I could be like, yes. I also have a full practitioners page on my website. He is on my website. And you should check out the other practitioners. We're also going to be doing bone pulls for them later, which is going to be super exciting. We'll explain that when it happens. And yeah, we'll go from there. There's like so much opportunity that's coming our way this year, especially for people who are already looking for it. And I imagine that if all of you are open-minded spiritualists, you're already looking for it. So I figure you're already in the right spot. So yeah, thanks for everybody that's viewing right now. I really appreciate it. Looks like Jay's going to be commenting some things. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to. Well, I don't think you can see it quite on the live, but Jay, I actually moved Mira's things here.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. So we have Moby, who is really Jay's cat that passed a little while ago, and then my dog here. And we have them together. They knew each other. They loved each other very much. So that's another thing. Winter solstice is a wonderful time to connect with the ancestors. And remember, some of you will find a lot of value in your genetic and blood relatives. Some of you will find a lot of value in your soul relatives. Mm-hmm. And both are entirely valid, and we honor that. So whether they are genetic past loved ones or they are soul past loved ones, now is the time to appreciate them.
Found family's a thing.
Yeah.
It isn't about blood as the people you bleed for.
Right.
Somebody did say, banned blasphemy. I don't know what is that. Explain the rundown of the winter solstice. I mean...
What do you mean?
I mean, you literally just did that.
Oh.
Right? Winter solstice is like...
They may have just popped on.
Yeah. It's the darkest night of the year. It's kind of the turning point where, the sun starts to set later and later. It's meant to be the end of the season, meant to be the end of the dark period of the year. So you are gathering, you're storing to make it through the winter, and then the winter starts to get brighter and brighter towards the equinox. So it was more of a time for reflection, for taking in what you have. And
it's the shortest day of the year. If I'm correct, it's yesterday and tomorrow will also be the shortest days. Yeah. Like there's this 3-day period. You'll see throughout many different belief systems and traditions and tellings.
Or just cultures.
Yeah, in cultures, 3 days is a significant number, as well as huge, like, I literally just watched Ancient Apocalypse and I loved it. If you look at that, there's so many of these ancient civilizations that hold a lot of importance for the solstices, not just the winter solstice, but the the summer solstice and the spring and autumn equinox. Mm-hmm. Thank you, I saw that. So yeah, these are really significant days to many of our ancestors for thousands of years, and it really does encourage everybody to take time, slow down, reflect, be grateful you made it this far, because you absolutely did, and make goodwill for moving forward.
And it is important to know that we're both honkies. So somebody did say as well, only north of the equator. Absolutely true.
Yes.
South
of the equator, you'll be celebrating summer solstice right now.
We're both white. We're both pasty white folk with ancestors who were pasty white folk. So yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's also pasty white folk in the southern hemisphere too.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for any of you who are celebrating the summer solstice right now, thank you so much for watching. You can honor your ancestors or your soul family at any time. And if you want to revisit our summer solstice video, that is up on my YouTube as well. And we talk about other good intention things that you can do as well. So, okay. I'm really trying to get used to how my voice sounds. Because every time I hear it, I'm like, God! I'm okay. I'll be okay, everybody. P.S. I'm seeing a few of you hitting the likes. Thank you so much. Yep. I hate even having to ask about it, but especially because my views have been down, because apparently we're only supposed to talk about ghosts around October. Did you know that? We cannot have ghosts any other time of the year.
Yeah.
So if you want to give a little boost, thank you so much. I see that. Yeah, I hate having to ask it because I don't like being that person, but
yeah,
here we are.
They keep messing with the algorithm. Somebody at Shadowhuntress97 asked, can we ask questions? Yeah, can't promise we'll be able to get to all of them, because we are doing other stuff as well, but I figure why not.
Yeah, you can absolutely ask questions. I typically do a lot more like Q&A style stuff for my other lives. This is one of those unique lives where we have like stuff pre-planned. So yeah, thanks again for the likes. I'm seeing them on the screen. Really appreciate it. So we always like to ask a few questions. We try to do this daily, though we certainly do it each quarter, really.
Yeah.
But certainly on the solstices as well. The three questions are: what did you achieve? What did you learn? And what are you grateful for? And I went back and rewatched the summer solstice video, and that was super cool. This is a great time to talk to your loved ones and be like, ask those questions and have them ask them of you, because it's a great time to reflect on those sorts of things. Anywho, okay, so as I mentioned, we have some folks here. They all look very bored right now. I'm sorry. Okay, I get it. You left the cabin for this. Did you get that? He was like, I left the cabin for this.
Well, do you want bourbon or not?
You used to enjoy us, by the way. It's because he's been basically just hanging out with Fanny for like a long time now, which I'm happy for him. I asked him to come back for holiday stuff because he's family.
Yeah.
We really are like a true family now, because it's just like, oh, come on, come home for the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Fanny. She was just like, I like being here. I was like, thank you. I like your family. Thank you. I love this. Okay, so I will ask you first. What did you achieve in the last 6 months?
Jeez. It's not, it's not anything big, is the thing. It's snowflaked, you know what I mean? Managed to find my niche within work, which I think is important. You know, it's the first time I've been back in the corporate world for a while, and especially with the great walkout with everything going on, I'm fortunate to even have a job. But I do enjoy what I'm doing, and I've been able to get to a point where, with, you know, the boss that I'm actually close with, that I like, finally breaking down, like, okay, enough with the, like, wasting skill sets, wasting potential. Finally, I can kind of focus in on where I need to be. That means I get to talk about pay increases. That means I get to talk about titles and other ways to kind of expand. And that's huge, because it means I can actually focus on other things I want to do as well.
Question for you, because I feel like other people will have this question. How do you apply your spiritual practices in a corporate setting for yourself?
Oh my God. It has to be as subtle as possible, obviously. Granted, I don't care. I mean, all of my tattoos on my arms are not for show. They all have very specific, distinct spiritual meanings. So I show them off all the time. And people ask, I tell them. I don't tell them everything. But I try to bring a little bit more of the herb lore and root doctoring into work, specifically with small, subtle ways to cleanse, small, subtle ways to keep people away that I don't like, small, subtle ways to smell up the place, whether it is what are they called? It's an atomizer specifically for herbs. It puts out the scent. It's a slow burn, but it doesn't burn. It's not smoke. I can't remember what the thing is. That, the atomization, a bunch of different smaller things, some sigil work, I've got a homestead helper is what I call them. It's a corn husk dolly. It's a baby doll that you specifically make to kind of ward your space-ish. They're more of like an alarm system. So whenever I've got a couple of the people I don't particularly care for, they'll ring their little bell to let me know they're coming, so I can kind of, okay. So small things to build layers, like layers of lacquer. You can still see what's underneath. Not much has changed, but it's a couple layers of lacquer to distance myself from the things I don't like about the office.
You work so differently from me, because I would have taken that question and been like, so energetically, I try to put up a shield. Which is fine. We have very different practices, which is why I love sharing different perspectives, and it's the same reason why I have different people on my practitioner's page, because I'm just like, I don't know everything, and not everything's going to work for me the way that may work for other people. So, yeah.
And with my thing, I'm a physical guy. Like, sure, I can...
I'm a physical guy.
I'm a physical guy. No. Like, my practice, my history, the generations that I pull from, it's something that uses physical, culinary, medicinal aspects to also inform the spiritual, and vice versa. So if I can imbue a physical object and utilize that in a space for a working, it's something I don't have to think about, because it's there doing its work, and I don't have to mess with it energetically. You know what I mean?
So cool. Okay. I would like to extend what was accomplished to our spirit friends. Fanny, I would like to start with you. What have you accomplished? So we hear the dog chewing louder. Dog chews louder.
She got her voice back.
Yeah. She had, because she was starting to have more of her voice in the summer. I think part of it has to do with, because really what I just felt was a feeling. I'm clair-emotive as well, so sometimes it's not always like the words.
Yeah. The context around it versus the actual full thing.
If I might put a word into the feeling that I got, it was home. To find home.
I love that.
I think a lot of that has to do with Jimothy. So, good job, buddy.
Yeah. How about you, Jimothy?
Just I'm here, Emma.
Well, fine. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy, and I'm happy with her, and I'm happy to be. I'm happy.
That's your achievement? Were you not happy before? You didn't know you could be this happy. I mean, that's fine. There's some kind of comment about being a man. It's like, I'm a man. Yes, you are.
Proud of you.
I'll mark too, Jimothy. This was, and I haven't talked about it on the channel yet in the reenactment skits, because we're 4 to 6 months behind so that I can process things. You did a lot of reflection and growing up.
Yeah.
And you had to do some of that on your own. That's why Jimothy missed the meeting. If you saw that video where he's talking about the keychain, where I'm talking for him.
I didn't want to all of it.
Well, yeah, you are an extrovert, friend, so it would have been hard.
Sailor Magikarp said, "Who else is with you? I see a reflection in the mirror that's not you two." We've got so many people here.
Yeah, Rupert, Jimothy, Fanny, Molly's kind of been tapering in and out. She's kind of got an ear on another situation right now because she's Molly. Okay, sorry. She's like, don't tell them my business. I was like, I'm not telling them your business. I am not.
It's like the best way to describe it, it's like you're at a party and you have one person who's leaning with their back up against the door frame while the door's open. They're paying attention to the people out on the porch, but they're also paying attention to the people in the room. Mm-hmm. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to describe it. I'm just twisting this because it's at an angle. There you go, candle.
Sweet buddy.
I'll answer next. I think we could
go...
go...
I was just about to ask you.
Oh, no. I was just saying, I was thinking we could go, like, corporeal to incorporeal, and then corporeal, and then to incorporeal. I achieved a lot of growth. Mm-hmm. One on TikTok, the video that set off, and my intentions behind it. My Patreon has grown a lot. And I have started doing courses and workshops on there as well, which is something that I've been working on for like 9 months, and I now have it up. It started in December this month. And I finished part 1 of the book on the Ghost Gets One playlist. That is done. I just have it sent to proofreaders, and that's going to be coming out in the next year, which... it's very exciting. I know a lot of you have wanted it for like literally 2 years now, and it takes time to write a book on top of having filming and consultations. Oh, I'm booked out in consultations until September of next year.
Yep.
That was big. And that's why I also wanted to do the workshops and courses, because I knew there's a weight to working with me, and a lot of the things that I talk about in the workshops and courses, which I feel are at a very affordable rate. Well, I know different people can afford different things, but a low rate compared to my peers, I should say. A very low rate compared to my peers. I wanted to be able to give what I could before people meet with me. So that's very cool. That's what I achieved. Hey!
Love it.
Molly, what have you achieved? I became bigger.
No.
Yes. Oh, she says, no, not this, a bigger person. I became a bigger person. Would agree. She also says she's seen a lot of sights. She's met a lot of people.
She's running things now.
Yeah. Yes.
She's got she's not the madam of that whole downtown area, but she's like the unofficial one.
Yeah. She is helping a lot of wayward souls.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I've explained that before on what she does. It goes beyond just accounting work.
Mm-hmm. Now it's accounting and management work.
Yes. If not more
account management work.
Account management.
She's an account manager.
Rupert, what have you achieved? There was a sigh of disdain that said a lot to me. What's something in particular? Oh, I haven't died.
That's true.
Is that an achievement?
Listen,
you consider that your personal achievement?
It's 2022, about to be 2023. For all of us either living or dead, that's an achievement.
Okay. For anybody watching out there, please do not worry about my mortality. He's referring to some things that I had to deal with. But they are not things that a person would generally have to do. How in the world do I say this so that people don't freak out?
You had a lot of stuff to deal with interpersonally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, but it was nothing that was a danger to your health or life.
He seemed to feel otherwise, but great. So, glad that you believe that it was not.
Well, because it was handled.
It was handled.
Rupert, you are what are the kids saying nowadays? A worry wart.
Cool. I'm alive, everybody. I don't think that needed to be worried about, but here we are. I will say I handled everything as it came without, going into like a full-on depressive episode, anxiety attacks.
Massive, no panic attacks, no meltdowns.
Well, I had like a few meltdowns, but that was a release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, emergency shut-off meltdown, not
or like
3 Mile
catch
Island
things
meltdown.
on fire.
We're not talking Chernobyl meltdown.
Basically, what I'm getting to is the mental health practices that I have enacted when I have been in a good mind and spirit have certainly carried over into when I'm not, and I think that's important. It's kind of like it's a good time to go to therapy before you need it, and then when you need it, you have it.
Yeah.
So, cool. Okay, so that was the achieved. What did you learn?
What did I learn?
What did you learn?
It's something I knew, and it's something I've wrestled with my entire life, and I blame ADHD. I blame the mild dose of autism that I got. Witch balls, all of it's juggling. All the crap we're dealing with, the stuff we want to deal with and the stuff we don't want to deal with, we're always juggling. But I had a good reminder of which balls that I was juggling are glass and which ones are rubber. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, definitively focusing more on the roots and diseases versus the vines and symptoms of issues, and trying to tackle them both at work, at home, in our relationship, in the other relationships I got with my spiritual folk, friends, wants. I don't think I don't know how much you've gotten into it, but you and I went hard chasing contracts, building businesses. We went hard for a good 6 or 7 years, and it was exhausting, damn near killed us, but I do miss that thrill of doing something and starting to get my feet wet and stuff, and I'm trying to find that balance again. I feel like I learned that balance again without getting too restless or getting too lost in the sauce that other things suffer for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Been working on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Am I off the mark? You live with me.
I think understanding what needs to happen is the way to make it start happening.
Yeah, I dig that.
How's the comment section doing?
I'm looking at the thing. Jay needs to smoke a pipe to look the part. Where's my...
I don't know if you can do that on TikTok.
Gandalf pipe. It's not actually...
I know, smoking. Obviously we couldn't smoke it
there.
We go. Great. Love that.
Love that for you.
Love that for you.
Love that for you.
Okay. Fanny, with order, what have you learned? Waiting is worth it.
Yep.
Waiting is worth it, everybody.
I love that.
And Jimothy, what have you learned? Waiting is worth it when you have somebody to wait on you. What? Okay, I get that though, because when he was away becoming a man, he, like Fanny was waiting on him, and I guess she didn't have to. She's like, no, I didn't have to. So, yeah, okay.
I like that.
Waiting is worth it when there's somebody waiting on you, I guess. Each relationship will be different, but I know what he means there, and that's lovely.
Also, I don't like tea.
Tea?
Yeah.
What kind of tea?
He doesn't like hot tea.
Oh. Okay. When has he had tea recently?
when Mam was here.
Oh.
Yeah, we put out a cup of tea for him.
Oh, I don't recall her making tea.
I made tea.
Oh, you made tea.
You remember that?
That so much happened.
And the gyroscopic tea maker. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, now I remember. Okay, yeah. Sorry, it took me a few visualizations to get to that. Doesn't like hot tea. Noted. He's a sweet tea kind of guy. That's fine.
What are you doing?
Is everything good in the
Yep.
comment land? Cool. Okay. I learned to make boundaries. Unfortunately, I had to get hurt in order to learn that. But I did learn how to make boundaries. And I certainly made boundaries in my professional life, and I've actively applied those. I describe myself as a recovering workaholic, and you may have mentioned, or you may have remembered that from this past summer as well.
I'm proud of you for that as well.
Thank you.
You're still working on it.
Yeah,
which is fair.
You know, that's the thing. I think with any kind of addiction, it's something that's there.
Yeah. Because you used to burn the candle at both ends and then hold a kitchen torch up to the middle of it.
Yeah. So yeah, I learned how to do that in my professional life, but I also learned how to do that in my social life as well. Yeah. Especially as I'm in the position to have this following, which I am grateful for. I've had to learn how to say no, and to understand. The most I can ask is that people will respect my private time and my office hours, as I call them, and allow me to have time off just like anybody else gets time off, because everybody has abilities and different things, and I think we all should be allowed time to not constantly give ourselves, especially when we're at a low percentage to begin with, for different reasons on different days.
What is the difference between being passionate about your work and being a workaholic? Do you mind if I answer this?
Sure.
Not being a sucker for the late-stage capitalistic lie that is hustle and grind culture. You can be passionate about your work, but if you are living to work instead of working to live, then what are you doing? Why are you doing it?
I have an addition. Yeah. I would also say when you're working for others and not for yourself. And I'll include the fear, if you're working out of fear. Because I know that's what it came down to for me. Or
even if you're, again, that hustle culture, the like, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I did everything before 9 and I worked 90 hours a week. It's like, great, you've fallen in love with the system that oppresses you.
It's like, what are you doing for yourself?
Yeah. If you focus on work so much, even if you are passionate about it, if you focus on work so much that every other portion of your life suffers because of that, you've done it wrong. My opinion, but
I think the more present you are, the more aware you're going to be able to ask yourself questions like, am I happy doing this? Am I doing this for myself? Do I feel like I'm fulfilled in this? And for some, fulfillment is I get a check and then I'm able to have fun with those I care about on the weekends. Like that's entirely valid. It's not like everybody has to run around being like, I love my job so much.
Yeah.
You can love your job enough to get a paycheck and go home. Like,
I care deeply about my job. I really like my job between the hours of 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm not paid to care about it any longer than that.
And that was something too that I had to work with in therapy because I make my own hours. She was like, okay, so what are your hours? And I was just like, all the time. And she was like, those aren't hours. I was like, oh, okay. It's cool. That was a good question.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Somebody asked if they could see the dress. Everybody loves your dress.
Oh, thank you.
They adore your dress.
Yay! This is the dress.
And it is constellations, right?
It's constellations.
Yeah, it is constellations.
Yeah. So, thank you. I appreciate that. It makes me very happy.
And how long have we been together? 10 years.
as romantic partners.
As romantic partners, longer as friends.
15.
15.
About, yeah.
And we celebrated our first year wedding anniversary on September 12th. And...
12th. It was the 12th.
It was the 12th. September 12th.
It's on my calendar.
And...
I knew what it was.
And that was the day of the actual wedding, but at the same time, December 26th has always been the big day for us, so that's our anniversary.
Yeah, cool.
Like, great, we got married on September 12th. The 26th is our anniversary.
I wanted to get to...
Somebody said 12th, Rebekah. That was mine. 12th, Rebekah.
By the way, you sent us a happy anniversary card, and our own parents didn't do that. I don't know if
that's why you are Welsh mother.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask that Molly come back in. She's still very slick conversation. No, you don't have to do this.
No,
it's okay. Do you want to come back for the bone pull? Oh, the question. The question was learned. What did you learn? I don't need nobody.
You can come back for the bone pull. If you're doing other stuff, don't worry about it.
I'll let you know the next question is what you're grateful for. Do you want to go ahead and answer that? It's like, I'm grateful to be here. She left.
Just go.
So I'll ask her to come back in.
So good.
I love that. I'm grateful to be here. Goodbye.
Ma'am said, I know where I stand then, do I not?
Rupert, what did you learn? He's thinking. It's something to do with value, where he sets his value in himself.
Definition. That's what it was.
Definition.
It's defining value.
Okay.
Personal definition versus what is thrust upon it.
Apparently I am reading very clear emotively tonight. Because it's I think some of the words are getting a bit muffled.
Today's been a weird day. Yeah. Everybody, living or dead, has been it's this all day to me.
Yeah. Which, while I'm here on this live, I will say, hey, it happens sometimes, and it doesn't mean that anybody's broken here. It's just sort of you have your great days, and then you have your days, and then,
The dog chewing is grossing me out right now.
Yeah,
I get it. I really get it, but either you get the dog chewing or you get me chewing. So...
Can we have neither, please?
I haven't eaten yet. Rosie! Hey!
Rosie, come here.
You want to cut it out?
I agree. The dog chewing has kind of been
there we go.
And it's been
there we go.
Minutes. Oh my god, stop knocking the table.
Rosie, Jesus, you nightmare. Come here.
Come here. See? Okay, you come here and get pets.
Thick hippo, hi. Hi, kisses?
Oh no, you. Rupert's conviction spilled. He needs that for his growth.
It's fine, it's a drop.
He's a growing man.
He's a growing man, so.
Well, I poured his pretty high, so I know he's already... Oh. He says, need not worry. It has been consumed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very colorless right now.
Yeah. Okay. I guess he just took that back. He's not sipping tonight. He's just I'm doing a live.
Because he doesn't like them.
Yeah. Yeah. But he does them.
He does them.
Yeah.
Because he is a kind man.
Because he cares. And it's the solstice. Anyway. He's also, I'll be real, there are things, I'm not going to get into them, but y'all know he has work.
Yeah.
And work picked up recently. Mm-hmm. And he's safe and we're safe and everything's fine. But I'll just leave it at that. Work picked up recently. And so it's a shot taken kind of day for him. So, okay. The next one was, what are you grateful for? She just looked up at me like, Mom.
Mom.
Mom. Yeah.
You don't like me smacking your TTs?
Are you grateful for that?
Yeah. For pupper TTs to smack. I'm trying not to curse like a sailor. I curse like a sailor all the time, and I'm trying not to do that because I will on my channel.
It's not that I mind, it's that when I repost this on the Tube of You, the Tube of You minds. So really that's all it is. When we're not
on the boob
filming,
cube.
yeah, we are,
yeah,
we're honest.
Yeah. Grateful for. Consistency and growth.
Okay.
Because I hate comfort.
Mm-hmm.
I love contentedness. Because contentedness forces you to step back, take a breather, look at the quality of work that you did so you can replan how you want to keep moving forward and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that though things have been comfortable, though things have been consistent, it has not been filled with comfort that makes me complacent. I continue to want to improve and grow with you as a relationship and what I do with my practices and the business I'm trying to develop and, well, hoping to develop in work and friends and, you know, selling the bus and a bunch of things. I'm feeling good about that. That is, I'm forced to continuously grow and retain, retrain, and recover old and lost skills to learn new ones. Does that make sense?
So you're grateful for having to grow?
I'm grateful for I'm grateful for having to grow with a safety net under me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
Someone said cooking dinner, but still listening.
Thank you. Okay, Fanny, what are you grateful for? Having your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time last year, you were coming around. I know Jimothy was like hanging out with you a lot, even this time last year, because we talked about it in the Solstice.
Yeah.
Because he was crushing on you.
Hard. Stop.
Yeah.
Why you gotta bring that up again? Stop it. Are you upset because you're a grown man now? Apparently.
He's a grown man.
I'm grown. Stop it.
He is a grown man. So okay, for your mind, that's something that shouldn't be taken for granted. I agree.
Uh-huh.
I'll go ahead and ask Jimothy, what are you grateful for? To have a place of his own.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a rental, and it's in a spirit space, so it's not like he shacked up in somebody's house.
Yeah, but still though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like having your own place.
Yeah. And I know that's what he would have wanted when he was alive.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. So, yeah.
And remember, y'all can come back at any time. You know, we're not forcing you to come and see us, but, you know, it's...
God, there's almost like, yeah, I know, but y'all are boring sometimes.
Well, you're boring sometimes.
We're such a happy family.
Yeah. Such a good chest. Such a good chest on this beautiful girl.
Really though, I'm happy that they're able to
Yeah.
have time and space and be able to grow and still visit. So.
Molly's not here.
No, Molly. She already said what she was grateful for. She's like, for being here.
For being here.
She left.
How about you? What are you grateful for?
This
pretty girl.
Yeah. I'm grateful for found family, because no matter how things change and what happens and all of that, I feel very secure in who my found family is. And that's huge for me, because I had a lot of doubts this year, and I had to do some releasing on a few folks that I thought were close, and I feel a lot more balanced, and I feel a lot more grounded. And one thing that I've learned too, that I'll mention as well, is in my life, found family are the people who boost you up. Mm-hmm. They don't make you doubt yourself. They don't make you feel like you're not enough.
But they do call you out.
They do.
You're full of it.
Yeah, they do. And I appreciate that too. Okay.
The rider dies. Let me see if she goes that way.
Come here. Come here.
Scoot that boot.
Get off.
There we go. Get up on the couch or something.
Or something.
Nightmare.
Okay. She just found another one.
She found another.
There are 3.
Pretend it's the crackling of wood in the fire.
Yeah, pretend. It'll have to be an imagination exercise.
Someone said the tail whip. Yeah.
Yeah. Rupert, what are you grateful for coming home?
Man's been worked ragged recently.
Yeah.
Coming up here?
I mean, what does a soldier want to do, right?
Yeah.
Come home.
What are you screaming?
Okay, so we did the reflections. Now we are looking towards the future.
We gained from the equinox to now. So somebody else asked as well. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. Somebody else asked, if you don't mind me asking, what do y'all want to let go of?
Ooh, what are we releasing? That's a great question. Fanny just said fear of the unknown, which is big for her too.
Which is?
Knowing what I know about her.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. You nightmare.
Oh, Genevieve, fear of losing my woman. Now don't get complacent. You still have to be good. Good to her. Yeah. I'm just saying. Stuff from being with somebody for 10 years. I think it's important to know.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, I'm getting it now. He's just like, no, what you understand is I love her. And I'm just like, are you saying that
we get it.
He's just like, but I love her. I love her. And I'm like, got it. Okay. I believe you. Yes. What are you releasing?
Useless anger.
Useless anger.
Not releasing anger. I'm not releasing rage. I'm not releasing righteous fury or, frankly, revenge, because I'm petty, but anger that I can't turn into fuel for further action or progression. It's poisonous. Yeah, sorry.
I already have the dog noises.
Yeah, it's poisonous. So yeah, if someone, the state of the world is going to absolutely make me livid, I'm going to use that to push into progression. It's fuel. You know? Emotion is fuel. You know, don't make yourself sick with it. Know how to regulate. But something that, you know, I can't do anything about, period, doesn't help. And if I can't do anything about it myself with my hands, I can help someone or send it to someone who can do something about it, you know? But if it's just useless, it's useless.
Yeah.
That make sense?
I'll ask Rupert and then I'll answer for myself. Rupert, what are you releasing? Tethers. Like ties. He also says unnecessary ties for the time. Yeah. Can you tell we've grown in the last 6 months? Like we've been doing the growth. Yeah. Anyway, before I make that more elusive than it already is, I am releasing okay, this is big. I want you to look at me as I do it.
Yeah, I'm covering all of those, just looking.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Because everybody here is going to have to hold me accountable.
Including me?
Yeah, of course, including you. You're the one in the physical who can actually be like, hear me. And I'll be like, oh, okay. I am releasing the need to please everyone else above myself.
I'm not gonna hold you accountable, but I am going to peel the onion. Why?
Because in part that is also part of my workaholic tendencies. It's to put everybody in front of me, their needs, their wants, regardless of whether I'm getting a fair energetic exchange in return.
Do you...
One of the candles was like, yo. Ah, yes. Okay.
Do you...
I'll turn this back a little bit because Rosie's knocked it a few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you draw the line between assisting and catering to?
Equal energetic exchange.
And if people do not have the requisite skill set, or they just can't provide that, are you willing to triage it?
Yes.
Okay, there. That's the most important thing.
Remembering
why you were doing it in the first place, the triage is.
I'm giving myself permission to say no.
There we go. There we go. Now we peeled the onion.
Is it shadow work or is it mental health?
Oh, wait. It's both?
It's both!
Oh, wait. You can't separate the mental from the spiritual?
Oh, man. We're getting deep tonight. Everybody was like, oh, let's talk to some ghosts. And I'm just like, well, here's my shadow work in front of hundreds of people. There you go. With my messed up voice.
Love it.
Yeah, while you're at it, give this live some likes. That just went there. Oh, goodness. Okay, so, releasing. That was a great question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we ready to gain? Or to see what we are to gain? What lessons we need to be aware of for the next quarter?
Are we boning?
Oh, we are boning. Yes. Do you want me to get your bones?
Yes.
Okay. Well, everybody, we're boning. That's what we're doing now,
What
apparently.
are you doing?
Ah! My wine!
Why
is your nose in him?
And there's Blaine.
Her perfect time. How's the comment section doing?
It's good. Everybody's like, oh my god, bones, I love boning.
Oh no, I broke some of the wax.
Huh?
I broke some of the wax.
That's fine. Did you pour the bones in there?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care, break the wax. It's not supposed to be in there anyway.
These are the bones. Okay. So Jay, explain, what in the world is this about? Do I shake around them? It's good, it sounds
That
good.
feels good.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Sound cleansing, it's a thing. If you don't like smoke, you don't like water, there is sound.
Yep.
Many cultures use it, you should look into it. Oh, she's ready for the bones. You ready for the bones?
The
You ready
bones.
for the bones?
These aren't your bones.
They're not your bones.
You can sniff them.
No, do
Those
not
are
take
good
the
sniffs.
bones.
No, she's just sniffing.
She's sniffing
Them's
the
just
bones?
good sniffs. Them's just good sniffs. You can't have the bones. You can't throw the bones either. Freaking nature. Here you go.
She's ready. Okay.
What was I doing?
Explaining what in the world, what is the boning? The boning.
The boning.
Happy solstice.
Yep.
You could say you were boning tonight.
It's like people would pull cards, people would pull runes, people would pull whatever.
No.
This isn't yours.
It's not yours.
You put your paw up like you're gonna knock it down.
Maybe not. Put it on her face
You
then.
nightmare. It's the exact same thing, just in more of a spirit-driven medium than I have.
Hey, come here.
Um,
You don't get the bones. Oh my god. Oh no.
he leapt out of my hand.
God.
Significantly more experience with. What is up with y'all? You've lost your mind.
The boning was too exciting
Yeah.
for them.
Yes, we have drawn a line with the boning.
No.
So more of just kind of grab it, get a feel.
It's
like
divination.
yeah, like any tool, it's a key. I grab it, I open the door, I walk through. The bones don't sit there and tell you. The bones are just a way to step through. It's insanely spirit driven.
Yes.
Yes.
It says, I think your name is Itzley or Itzley. Doggy can sense good energy there.
Yep.
And Sage Hawk said she wants to help pull bones. Yeah, she wants to help eat them too. So
Yeah.
That's,
Oh yeah.
That's a thing.
Well, she did want to help pull them.
Oh, people are seeing orbs. As much as I would love to be like, yes, on the orbs, it's probably also dust. Like, I will be honest when honesty is necessary.
Yeah.
So, sure, I will replay the footage and see. What are you doing right now, Jay?
Huh? You getting some smoke in there.
Oh, Sorsh is on.
Yay!
It says Rosie is an expert bone puller.
And cheese muncher. Okay, so who are we doing this for?
I have an idea. Could we do it for the collective, for the group? Everybody watching right now. Just for the next
Everybody
3
watching?
months.
The next 3 months? How many?
I mean,
How many?
3 months.
It's a lot of shouting. For folks intimately connected with their people, You didn't do anything wrong, but it's going to get kind of quiet. Everything's going weird and wonky right now, so... Your folks aren't there to do it for you. Your folks are there to aid you. Your folks are there with a grease canister spraying down the cogs, but you're the one turning the machine. So remember, before you were aware of them, you had to turn the machine on your own. If things get quiet, they did not forsake you. You didn't do anything wrong. Just keep turning the crank, because it's going to get quiet here for a little bit. There's a lot happening.
And it's nothing that hasn't happened before.
True.
So please understand that.
True, but it's happening regardless. I say this in the absolute kindest way. Suck it up and deal with it. They'll be back. Build the tools and tricks and cantrips you need to do now to be able to deal with it when it happens.
That includes mental health.
That almost includes mental health more than any spiritual health.
Strength within yourself. I think one was enough, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was for the collective. And P.S. By the way, I went back and saw the Summer Solstice one, and all of them came true. So take this as you will. I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is going to apply to literally everybody, but like, yeah. Cool. Since I saw Sorsha on the chat, how about we pull for her real quick?
This doesn't want me to let it go. Sorsha, I say this with absolute love.
I'm already.
Stop telling yourself you're getting it done. Stop telling yourself you're making strides, and actually get it done. Actually make strides. You've worked hard, and baby steps are still steps.
Can I say continue the progression?
Yeah. No, yeah. Don't get complacent. Don't get complacent. You've walked into the bathroom, you have pulled down your pants, and you have sat down on the toilet, so you've reached the point where you either need to go or get off the pot, because I can't say the actual word. You're there. I love you to death. Do it. And you know, yeah. Who else?
Hey mods, I support your decision to mute who's necessary on the chat if they're killing the vibes. Because here's the reality. With any of this, you're either going to believe it or you're not. And we're not here to try to convince you.
And if you don't believe it, adios.
And by the way, I literally just said the things that you predicted from 6 months ago came into fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very specifically, I watched that back today and I was like, I know exactly how all these things apply.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Some of those things happened publicly, most of them did not, because this is a personal journey.
Yep.
So,
and we're not gonna
we're not here to convince you of anything.
No,
we're having a good time.
Yeah, we're not gonna air anybody's laundry on here anyway. I think my favorite thing I ever saw was, oh, you don't believe any of this stuff exists? You don't believe it? Give me a lock of your hair. Give me a fingernail. Come on, give it to me.
Dog's name is Rosie. And
Rosie.
She's the one causing havoc.
Yeah, she's the one stomping all over everything.
So she just said, lol, like, lol, ellipsis, fine. Love you. That's the thing, Jay don't play with all of his predictions. It's very, like,
I don't play with workings either.
This is true. This is true. You know, while we're on their family, how about we do John and then Adam, / if Adam wants to... Is Adam already here? Okay. So...
Things are going to get tight. Impulsivity is not your friend for the next 3 months. And I mean that. Not that things are going to get tight. Not that anybody's going to be sitting there, you know, bleeding out of the ears or starving or anything. You don't have to get thrifty, but get creative. And call yourself out as well on spending.
And then next up is Adam. Adam's a spirit, by the way, for anybody wondering.
Ironically, Sorsha, same thing as before. You know, things are going to get quiet. You know that.
For Adam?
Adam's going to get pulled in to do a lot of different things for a lot of different people, which is good. But for Adam, don't forget why you're doing it in the first place. I hate how vague all of this sounds, but it's also one of those things, so I'm not going to air everybody's dirty laundry on a live.
Yeah.
Where
we know what
99% of the people, 99% of the people, I don't know.
I just got, he understands.
Good.
And he agrees. I offered Kid.
Kid!
Yeah. Thanks for the hat. I just saw that. That's cool. But this is like a second behind.
Get clever. I'm not saying you need to make plans if everything falls to crap. Look how much that candle's rolling.
I know, it's big stuff coming on the horizon. That's what it's saying.
I'm not saying you need to make plans in case everything falls to crap. But things are going to get lean. So, yeah. Things are going to get lean, so now's a good time to come up with them. Back pocket plans are what I call them. Back pocket plans. Especially for you and the bow. Not that there's anything between you and the bow, but you and the bow can work as a unit for that. Come up with your back pocket plans. Now's the perfect time to do it.
You know, I thought about putting this candle out. I'm not going to. Tonight be the night.
We're pumping, bud.
Yeah, that it seems pretty serious.
We're pumping. We're boning. We're boning and pumping.
I was going to ask for... a kid just said, oh my God, that has been on my mind all day. Thank you for weighing in on that. Yes, the turtle Speedy is who I typically have on my altar to Hermes. And this is a candle for Hermes. May he use this energy how he likes. Which, you know, is probably just to do what he needs to do. Kid says, thank you so much. Literally just talking about financial plans together this morning.
Look at that.
And Kat just said, Jay dropping facts. Cool. So I was going to suggest doing a joint reading for Fanny and Jimothy, if that's an option.
Jimothy, don't forget that there is a line between making a joke and making an excuse. And Fanny, you have been utterly patient. I say that as a joke, but also don't forget that there are times, and I know you know this, but be more aware of the times that require you to put your foot down and the times when you need to offer grace. But also, there is utterly no reason to muddle the two. Sometimes it just is what it is, so treat it as what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Some of you are asking about the green candle. That actually is something, Lori gave this to me. Thank you, Lori. And I'm really just going to let it go because tonight's a good night for this sort of work, and it's on top of a money jar kind of thing, prosperity jar, what have you. Yeah. Yeah, it's never done this before. All the same, though, I don't get a bad feeling from it. No. I also sprinkled some prosperity.
Well, things get cooking when
stuff on top of it. I'm keeping an eye on it though. But yeah, I'm letting it go because.
Yep. That's actually a good tool if you're ever doing a working with a candle. Mm-hmm. Watch how the candle's burning. Mm-hmm. See if it's dribbling off to the side, if it's flaring up, if you.
I mean, this is kind of all over. But that's also what I want. Yeah. I want to be all over. Yeah. Like, not in a, like, inappropriate way by any means, but, like, I want to get out there more. And I want to work with more people, and I want more folks to...
What are you doing?
Understand that their spiritual health and their mental health is in their hands.
Oh, yeah,
and that's
100%.
what I teach. So, I'm for it. please be careful.
Rosie.
Rosie, you're everywhere. My goodness.
Jesus.
Okay.
If it ever feels like y'all are going through a mild earthquake, that's her big booty hitting the table.
She got a booty.
Thank you for kisses. Thank you for kisses. I am perfectly clean, but apparently I need kisses. Next.
How about Rupert?
You're good. I love you, buddy. Sometimes a mandatory duty is an opportunity. And even though it's inconvenient, take the opportunities you're provided. Like I said, things getting quiet the next 3 months.
Yeah. He says yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the last folks, and just because I'm seeing some folks being like, hey, I want a reading. So we are keeping it to people within our fam,
yes.
Our extended fam. The reason why also we're not doing readings for the general public is, I know for me, I like to have like an actual name, not like a handle or something like that,
nope.
A name.
I gotta...
Or like a face or something.
We gotta be. I don't do readings like that.
Yeah.
Like a general one like this is fine because it's a quick tap in, but if you want something any more than just this, no.
I mean, even just this. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of you watching right now. We are very serious about making sure that we are tapping in with the exact person, not a bunch of people, not general. Like we did a
100%.
General read, which is one thing, but we hold this in high esteem. We don't want to just throw out readings and that kind of thing, especially when we don't know which energy we're exactly matching to.
Yep.
So, but we can do that. We're not doing it right now with literally hundreds of people watching because
and frankly, everybody seems to forget that readers don't have to do anything. We don't want to either. Just.
I mean, yeah.
My readings are just as based in psychology, sociology, cultural relevance, and what's happening in your life right now as it is that I'm getting from your people. So,
yeah.
You know?
But anyway, let's see. We've got, I want to do Kat and Arnold, and then you and me, and them.
And one person.
Let's do them. Can we do it first?
Yeah. Work on the scale of the best way to say this? Do you know of circular breathing? If you play any kind of woodwind or brass instrument, it's the idea of retaining enough air in your mouth to be able to blow and keep playing while inhaling through your nose, and you can kind of keep that circular breathing. Make sure, especially when you are excited and elucidating into something that you're passionate about, that you are still listening and retaining. It's a skill set that you are good at. Develop it further. It's a good time to do so, since everything's going to be a little bit more quiet. It gives you a little bit more peace to listen. So, almost like an ellipsoidal circle between the mouth and the ear and the brain. That kind of motion. Take it in while letting it out. It's a weird thing, and that's why it was difficult for me to describe it. But does that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
It's the act of listening while still it's being fully present in the conversation. You know?
Yeah.
And not getting wrapped up in the fervor of the poem.
I'm seeing what she says.
And there's still something missing in that doesn't feel complete, but nothing else pained.
Actively listening, she says.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So, I also love that, Kat, you were like, that applies to me, as well. But, yeah, wanted to do a poll. So, last folks.
Cat and Arnold.
Gal, can you not lick yourself right there? Thank you.
Yeah, y'all didn't want the cheese chewing sounds, and
So
now you just
get the licking noises.
Slurping noises. But we're boning, so it makes sense. I'm gonna milk that for as much as it's worth. Chill.
Dang, that candle is going. I love it.
Okay, who?
Cat. Spooktastics.
I say this with love and with a spiritual hug from me to you. I'm giving you a Y5. Remember why you're getting out. Because it's not for you, it's for the little one. So, just do the thing. Make the decisions, make the calls before you're not allowed to make them anymore. Before that decision is made by someone else.
Who? I already saw her say, oh God, ellipsis. I'm gonna bet you she's typing right now. Yes, sir. That's what she says. And it's a salute. Alright, what about Arnold? Do you know Arnold very well, or should I pull for
I
him?
really don't know Arnold that well.
So he could not be here tonight.
Yep.
He's also doing
Don't
busy
look
things.
at him. Just grab which one feels right. Go digging if you got it.
What does Arnold need to know in the next 3 months? This one. Okay, so this
Right
one's
from the gate.
underneath.
Okay, pull it. Pull it up. As close as y'all are, neither of you are mind readers. If there are problems, if there are concerns, Quit beating around the bush and say it. That way it can actually be, something can be done about it. It jumped back out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, stop. You want to cut it out? You want to cut it out?
Thanks for the compliments on my dress. I appreciate it. I got it from Cider.
Oh, God.
It's like you kiss your wife with that mouth.
Girl, you were in such a... She gets in this mood.
Yeah.
She gets in this mood.
Yeah, she just needs to lick something. Usually Jay, sometimes his face.
Yeah.
Daddy!
Daddy!
Some people are asking if she gets a bone read. I think she should get a bone
Rosie?
read. Yeah. And then we can
You
do
sniff?
her, Roger, and then
a bone?
us, and then we will end this thing and
Which
go back
one?
to our lives tonight.
Okay. It was over here. Which one are you picking?
Is it that bone? She's like, do I get to eat the bone?
No.
Dad? Daddy? Dad, I want the bones. Did she go for the one without the paint? What did you go for?
No, she went for this one.
Okay. Did you go for that one? Yeah?
It's not a thing. It's not a TWISTI. That's her name for the little things she gets when I'm going to work and she gets to munch it and run away. It's not that.
Dad?
This is a weird one.
Does it have to do with her health?
Yes. All right. We're gonna start going longer and we're gonna start working harder. But that also means you gotta not be a jerk on walks. Daddy, 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 daddy. Yeah? You wanna go longer? We can walk longer. We need to get you back in shape. And we're gonna get you back in shape and you're gonna like it. And if you don't like it, you're gonna suck it up and get over it. Okay? Good girl.
Yes, I don't read bones at all. That was entirely intuitive. I was like, does this have to do with health?
Yes. We got to get you back in shape before your arthritis gets worse.
We adopt senior dogs.
We always adopt senior dogs.
So, yeah.
And that's why you're funny looking, covered in lumps. I love you.
Oh, thank you, Sorsha, for watching.
Yay.
She's got a consult because she does deity readings.
Good.
Yay. P.S. If you're interested in deity readings, check out my site. Anyway. So, okay. Podge. The boy wonder.
Jesus.
The boy who is over there licking himself.
Rosie, for the love of God. Can a man just focus? Clear and concise communication with him.
Mm-hmm. Communicating with a cat.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like continuing to push him away if he's walking on you while you're sleeping versus shutting the door. Mm-hmm. And he's gonna have to get over it. Because that's how he understands.
Okay.
So it's more for you than anything else.
Yeah. Last is for us.
Well, not next to last.
Next to last? Who's next?
Izzy.
Oh, did you ask her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't ask her. That's why I wanted to check.
Said this 100 times. You already know it. you want to grow, if you want to expand, if you want to experience, if you want to ascend, then don't also be the person who is digging out the hill in front of you so that it's level. Don't dig, You're in a place to unlearn those habits now. Start working on unlearning them. Because if you're the one digging the potholes in front of you on the times when you can dig potholes in front of you, and it's not other things or other people, then are you learning anything? Are you growing?
People are asking about Molly. I checked in with her because she's not here anymore because she had a cooler party to go to, which I really don't.
I got a shrug.
Yeah, I get the distinct feeling from her that she doesn't want a prophecy. She wants to make her own.
Yeah.
And
that's how she's always been.
I respect that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, not everybody, will find value in premonition sorts of readings because they're just like, no, I'm on my path and I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
So I respect that of her. I know what she's up to right now and I respect it. Who are you pulling for?
Huh?
Who are you pulling for?
Us.
Oh, I thought you were going to do one at a time.
I can do one at a time.
Yeah, do one at a time.
Interesting. Grace and trauma growth.
For you or me?
You.
Okay. Because I feel like you could do the same thing.
If you F up, bitch, whine, moan, fine. Move on. Learn from it. Be done with it.
That's literally relevant to today.
Learn from it. Be done with it. You have a really bad tendency of Jacob Marleying the stuff with you. Know what I mean?
Like
Jacob Marley from A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I know the reference, but I don't understand the metaphor.
Whether you ever say it again, think about it again, do anything about it again, you have a bad habit of dragging those things around you like anchors.
Mm-hmm.
Learn, scar, grow, repeat. You're keeping the scar because it was a lesson you learned. Don't keep the rest of the crap with you.
Right.
Be done with it. Give yourself grace, but also call yourself out on your BS.
For all those who got readings from afar, I hope you're seeing this now and you understand that no one escapes Jay's wrath. All right, and for you.
I have a hammer. I know how to hit in nails.
Uh-huh.
But I know what nails I need to not hit in. I learned things the hard way, in a bad way. So passion is good, excitement is good. If it ain't working, let it die on the vine.
I'm glad you didn't spare yourself on this one.
Nope.
Not like I thought you would, but I'm like,
Ah,
ouch.
dude, I'm the hardest on myself.
My voice! Somebody was like, Rebekah, hot tea and honey. What do you think
Yeah.
I've been drinking for like 4 days?
No, I'm hardest on myself. Mental health is spiritual health.
It is. It is indeed. I want to note real quick.
I have no idea what's being said in the chat.
All kinds of stuff. Love what's happening in the chat. And it's super cool being able to read it at the same time. Bam said hard lessons with repercussions. You did good.
Rosie!
So, yeah, y'all be careful out there. Yeah. So I wanted to know, this is burned down entirely, and it looks like it's going to be going out momentarily, which is very interesting to the live. Mm-hmm. I haven't done like candle work before, except for like charging up things.
Do not blow it out. Put it out with something.
Oh, I'm going to let it go out on its own.
It's on a cardboard box.
No, it's on top of the jar.
Oh, it's on top of the jar?
Yeah. So I did this. I made this jar a while ago. I wanted to charge the jar back up.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
And it's surrounded by the wax, which I think is super great. And what I love is the wax that's this tall is also leaning against Hermes, who I also attribute to helping me a lot with this communication growth on a wide platform. So that's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I do candle work and stuff. But if I were to put a metaphor to this, if I were to look at the signs ahead of me, one, it says as far as familial prosperity, it's okay to let both of those things lean on each other and work with each other. And that they will, and that I will find strength in stories in... You better get her up before she topples over the table.
My testicles.
There we go. That's what she wanted the whole time.
Nightmare.
All 70 pounds of this gal. Wait, move a little bit over so that way people can see. Yeah, there she is. Very good. Very good.
Hi.
Yep. That's what she wanted the whole time. But yeah, I would say I will get strength and stories and, I will be able to turn that into content by, allowing myself to live with my family and prosper. And to remember to be grateful for what I have retained and what I've gained. And to remember to keep giving offerings to Hermes because you've been good to me. And yeah, I also love how the wax got really all over Speedy, which is just fine by me. And then some of the wax from Hermes Candle also got on Speedy. So
don't forget though that nothing comes for free.
Oh, sure. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, the candle did it for me.
Well, and my point is, remember, nothing comes for free, equivalent exchange, so it burned down so quickly. Make sure that the success isn't rapid, quick, and either you miss it or it's a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Make sure to capitalize on it while it's hot.
Use the boost.
Use the boost, keep it running.
Yeah. Wow. I think we've done the thing.
We did the thing!
At least the public thing, so.
We did the public thing!
Yeah. Did you do the public thing?
Yes.
Yes.
I licked Daddy a lot.
Uh-huh. And you made lots of noise.
I licked Daddy and I ate cheese and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, people on the internet. Go.
Yeah. So yeah, we are going to pay respects to our own people in our own space. Mira's going to be a part of that. And thanks everybody for coming out. Remember, if you are interested in consultations, readings, classes, courses, workshops, exclusive videos, check out the link in my bio. Check out my link tree. I am on Patreon, I am on YouTube, I am on Instagram, and I'm doing cool, unique things on all of those platforms that I'm not always just posting on TikTok. So thanks to Jay, he's Kinfolk, he's also on my site.
Kinfolk_ACAW on TikTok.
Yep. And all my mods, thank you so much for modding. I super appreciate it. Thank you for making the time out of your day to watch this. I hope you had a great time. And yeah, I'm not going to speak for like pretty much the rest of the night until I have to speak for consultations tomorrow. So no worries, everybody.
You sound like the actress who played Jinx in Arcane.
Thank you so much. Anyway, thanks again for coming out. Thank you for the compliments and the likes and the gifts and everything like that. I hope you all have a wonderful winter solstice. Whatever you do, happy holidays. And take care of yourselves out there. Okay? Now I'm gonna end this. Bow. End.